welcome back to Faith and Flour. I'm Robin, and today I've got a cleaning, decluttering, and organizing video for you guys to give you lots of motivation to tackle some areas in your home. I'm starting off here in the kitchen first thing in the morning, or actually we've already eaten breakfast, but those dishes are in the sink because I left a lot of things out on the counter to dry from the night before, so I'm going to put all of those things away. I need to unload our full dishwasher, and then I can take care of the breakfast dishes. Before I leave the kitchen, I want to give the sink a quick scrub, and I have always been a huge fan of the Mrs. Meyer's Clean Day Baking Soda Cream Cleanser, and the one that I buy is in the lemon verbena scent, but I have discovered a recipe for basically a dupe. It's a soft scrub DIY cleanser, and you make it with baking soda, castile soap, and the one that I'm using is almond, and it smells amazing. That's another motivating factor for me making my own. I can choose my own scents, and I use vinegar and essential oils in this recipe too, and I will have the recipe in the description box for you guys if you're interested. One of the things that I love about this recipe is that I can scent it any way that I like, and so I'm using a sweet orange essential oil and cassia oil, and the cassia smells a lot like cinnamon. It's a very warm and spicy scent, so with the orange and then also the almond scent that comes from the castile soap, it is heavenly, and I have really been enjoying using this. Of course, you can use whatever essential oils that you have on hand, and I always have a link in the description box below to Simply Earth. That's where I buy all of mine. They are usually about a third the price of the major brands. They're an excellent company, and they sell only 100% pure essential oils, so they're a great source. This mixture will last a long time if kept in an airtight container, and so initially I had it in this glass jar, but I decided to reuse my old Mrs. Meyer's plastic container, add a little bit more liquid to make the mixture thinner, and that way I could squirt it right into the sink just like I used to with the Mrs. Meyer's cleaner. I love this cleanser. It works just as well as the Mrs. Meyer's that I used to enjoy, and it's so much more economical, and I can easily make this at home with all natural ingredients. And the scent I am absolutely over the moon about. The combination of the almond, the cassia, and the orange is just heavenly. I can't even describe it to you, but it is very much a fall scent, and so if you're going to make this recipe, I would encourage you to try this combination. It's awesome. Wipe down and disinfect the countertops. I'm using another DIY cleaner, and I'll have it in the description box as well if you're interested in the recipe. But basically it's rubbing alcohol, distilled water, a little bit of castile soap, and essential oil. And what I love about it is that we have a lot of natural stone and other surfaces where vinegar isn't safe to use. So this is a great recipe. And now for today's main project. I want to sort through Peyton's dresser drawers. He has two, and they are just completely stuffed. You can see he can't even close a couple of them there, of clothes that he has either outgrown or worn out, and so we need to go through and take out the things that he's not using. After I sort through all the clothes and declutter the things that I know he isn't wearing or are just plain worn out, I want to reorganize it in a way that I think is going to function better for him. So as far as the dressers go, I plan to pretty much go KonMari style and take absolutely everything out of them. You can see a lot of things hanging in the top of his closet, and we sorted through those things not long ago, and so I know that the things that are up there are things that he's actually using, and some of it is out of season clothing, but it really works better for him to have almost all of his shirts hanging there. Folding shirts and keeping them neat in the drawer is just not something that has worked well for him, so having the space in the closet where he can hang them is the way to go for him. Sorting through his drawers was sort of a treasure hunt. I found coins and buttons and all sorts of various items, and I'm piling most of these things up on the dresser in his closet so he can sort them out when he gets home. I'm sorting through his clothes without him here because this is the kind of thing he would absolutely hate to do, and I talked to him about it, so he trusts me to go through his things, and mostly the things that I'm pulling out are just things that he never wears or that are just worn out, and so if there's anything that I think might have sentimental value, I'll be sure to run it by him before getting rid of it. And anything that I find that isn't clothes that I know he's going to want to find a different home for, I'm putting on the top of the dresser in his closet so he can take care of that when he gets back. I felt like I was unloading a clown car with this dresser. I couldn't believe the volume of things that were in here. But when we had sorted through his clothing initially, we had put a lot of old shirts and things like that in his dresser, and the idea was that he would use them for sleeping, but he really hasn't, and so they were just kind of stuffing up his drawers, and we need to get rid of those things. And so I am sorting them out, and in the basket I'm putting the things that we are not keeping. There are some things that are worthy of being donated, and so I will get them to the donation center right away, but honestly a lot of the things are just in terrible shape and they just can't be passed on, so I'm going to be getting rid of those. While the drawers are empty, I'm going to take this opportunity to clean and refresh them using the same DIY cleaner that I was using on the kitchen counters. I was able to almost completely fill this laundry basket full of things that are no longer in his drawer because he no longer uses them. And I'm left with the piles of things that I've organized, and I will put them back in the drawer and see if I can come up with a system that is going to be a little bit easier for him to maintain. So my idea is to use these small drawers for all of his socks, underwear, and things like that. And so the top will be for socks. The next one down will be for underwear. This one is going to be for his undershirts. And below that, I'm going to put all of the shirts that he sleeps in and the pajama bottoms below that. Peyton brings up his own folded laundry and puts it away each week, and so I'm hoping that this will be a little bit easier for him to stay organized. And as I was pulling things out of the drawer, I found a lot of wadded up things sort of stuffed in the back, so I know that no system is going to be perfect, but I'm hoping that this might be a little bit easier to maintain. The larger drawers in this dresser will be great for storing some of the bulkier items. And so we've got things like long underwear that we'll just use on ski trips, sweaters and jeans in the bottom. And then in this middle drawer are shorts, which he's wearing probably about 3/4 of the year. And on the top, the swimsuits and belt and hats and things like that. These are all of the treasures that I discovered in his drawers. I wonder how many of these things he's been missing. Hopefully he'll have fun sorting through them when he gets home. Today is my dusting day, and so before I pick up Peyton, my goal is to get all the dusting downstairs complete. Peyton will do the dusting upstairs, and in today's video I'm not going to include everything, but I'm just going to give you guys a glimpse of what I do on my dusting day. And if you want to know more about my weekly cleaning schedule, I'll have my recent video on that in the description box below and also the cards above. I always get a lot of questions about this duster. It is my favorite tool, and it's the extendable duster from eCloth. I always have a link in the description box below for eCloth. I love their products, and you'll see me using them a lot in my cleaning videos. So if you're curious, you can check them out. And now it's time for me to go get Peyton, so I'm off, and on the way I'm going to drop off the donations from the things that I decluttered today. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure to give me a thumbs up, and if you're new to my channel, I'd love to have you as a subscriber. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a wonderful week. I'll see you in the next video.